Boxing. Roy Jones? Or is this... Who's that, Mike? Is that Mike? Did Roy Jones go against I don't even... Did they? No way. Roy Jones is not heavy... What the is he? Who am I looking at? What am I thinking of? Am I thinking?
In late 2002, Roy Jones Jr., recognized by the masses as the pound-for-pound best boxer in the world, issued a direct challenge to the current heavyweight champions.
Oh, he's crazy for sure. He was heavyweight.
That's what you're asking. Yes, I'm ready for whoever want to bring their behind to me. Whenever, whoever, however you want it, you damn right, I want it.
At the time, the Pensacola Speedster was the reigning unified light heavyweight champion, had unparalleled speed and ring IQ, and had demolished all 47 opponents in his career so far. The only thing left was to conquer the money division at 200+ pounds, a feat a former middleweight boxer hadn't achieved in over 100 years of the sweet science.
That people think he's gonna kill me. People think ain't no way in the world Roy Jones is big enough to beat no heavyweight. He's too small. And I love to hear people say they think I can't.
Join us today as we revisit, for me personally, one of the saddest and most abrupt endings to a fighter's career, a leap of greatness that fell just short of its destination.
That man was crazy, though. The rise of a champion.
Roy Jones Jr. first burst on the scene in 1989, over 30 years ago now, yet his talent and skills were generational.
Jones just outmaneuvers him. In trouble as Ken Zimmer stops the fight.
Oh, goodness. The pace.
Was spectacular. Well, Roy told us he would celebrate to the camera, and there it is.
For the first 2 years, Jones campaigned at the light middleweight limit, learning his trade against the hardened veterans of the division. Terrible Terry Norris was the only financially viable champion at 154 during this period, and while it would have made for an intriguing matchup, Jones's body outgrew his division, leading to his first championship bout being staged at middleweight against the future Hall of Fame legend, Bernard Hopkins.
Hopkins, holy.
Is gaining confidence, but maybe he loses. Just unbelievable, just all natural talent.
B-Hop's ringcraft would serve him well for the remainder of his career, but Jones' extraordinary speed and strength overcame any tricks or traps that the executioner could set.
Champion. That was middleweight, though. I think he goes crazier. Man goes crazier. Damn! Hey. Okay. Oh!
When it comes down to showing the world who's the best pound for pound, I had to go out and do my thing.
Oh, the hat. Oh, yeah.
Jones' path of destruction had begun. Over the next 8 years,
What
he
the
beat
fuck
every
was that
opponent he
shirt?
faced, conquered both super middleweight and light heavyweight, cementing a legacy as the greatest prime fighter since Muhammad Ali.
This means that I am pound for pound the baddest mother. You know what? I can touch a pair of boxing gloves.
By late 2002, with B-Hop, Tony, McCallum, and Virgil Hill already on his resume, Jones'
77
agitation with the lack of
fights.
credible opponents left to fight
Holy.
became apparent.
And so fans are entitled to ask, if that's true, why is he fighting fighters who on their best night don't have a chance to beat him on his worst night?
Antonio Tarver, one of Roy's rivals from his amateur days, was out sweeping up the pieces that Jones had left behind at light heavyweight. His confidence was at an all-time high, and with a 6'2" frame
he
out of the
slept
southpaw
that guy.
stance, it's easy to see why.
Golly.
I'm the best light heavyweight in the world. And if Roy Jones want to prove me differently, then tell him to meet me at the negotiating table.
An all-American light heavyweight unification clash made complete sense. The fans wanted it. HBO could have made the deal in an instant, yet the pound-for-pound best fighter in the world had other ideas and bigger fish to fry.
That guy kind of looked like Nick Diaz for a second.
Tonight, he attempts to join boxing's most elite as he challenges for the heavyweight crown.
In March of 2003, Jones ventured up to the heavyweight division in what he dubbed a one-off event for the fans.
I said I'll fight the heavyweight champ one time. John Ruiz was available. That's who I'm fighting.
The WBA world champion John Ruiz was the first to answer the call. Fresh off victories over Kirk Johnson and Evander Holyfield, Ruiz was
They
no
got
pushover during this
Holyfield.
period.
I don't know if his punching power is going to really carry to the heavyweight division. I think that if he hit John with his best shot, I think Roy might be in for a rude awakening when he sees John look at him and smile and, not feel like anything hit him.
It had been 106 years since the former middleweight title holder Bob Fitzsimmons had conquered the great
that
James
photo,
J.
though.
Corbett for the lineal heavyweight championship. However, Bob had been learning his craft in the division for 2 years prior to his title shot. And, unlike Jones, Fitzsimmons never packed on muscle mass to compete with his peers, instead electing to allow his body to gain 10 or so pounds naturally over time while using his skills to achieve victory. Jones gained 25 pounds of pure muscle in a short space of time, a strategy relatively unquestioned by the experts as it was seen as necessary to
Holy,
compete
those
with the
back
brutish
muscles.
and rough
Holy
Ruiz.
moly.
Roy Jones. Roy Jones like to get in there and land his best shot early so he can make the other guy
Oh my-
cautious. Right hand
Bro.
over top by Jones.
I was just thinking, I was about to say, this man's gonna end the fight with an uppercut. He started the fight with an uppercut. Holy shit. And the way he came with it, like he was on it as soon as the bell came.
Jones. Roy Jones like to get in
Oh, actually there was a jump cut. Maybe not.
there and land his best shot early so he can make the other guy cautious.
Either way, caught him coming in.
Jones was the
Yeah,
betting
yeah.
favorite, albeit by narrow margins. Yet the vast gap in skills and speed showed during the opening
Jones
rounds.
the left in return, and they're fighting in the center of the ring.
Man, sure.
By Jones. Those hurt.
Oy.
Watching and waiting for something good to happen. He stunned him with that. He stunned him with that.
Ruiz walked into a right hand, and it shook him.
Jones rocked the champ with a rapid-fire right at the end of the
That was like right on the temple, no? What the fuck was that? Someone just bought my shit.
Big right hand by Jones. Those hurt. Watching and waiting for something good to happen. He stunned him with that. He stunned him with that.
Ruiz walked into a right hand, and it shook him.
Jones rocked the champ with a rapid-fire right at the end of the fourth. Thereafter, Ruiz entered his shell, doing what he could to survive the rounds as Jones dictated the action, beating the bigger man to jab and
Oh, my left earbud just don't work.
Is
beating the big
Man, my left earbud just broke. No way. What? No way, man.
bigger man to
Oh man, bro, these are like $1. No way. Bro, my dollar. Oh man. Oh well, the right one still works.
jab and landing combinations at will.
But there is drama in watching the smaller man outwit and out-hit the bigger guy.
The new WBA heavyweight champion of the world.
After such a beautiful display, the fans wanted Jones versus either Chris Bird, Evander Holyfield, or Lennox Lewis next. Yet money talks, and there was only one man on Jones's
Are you
mind.
going to just fight any of the top heavyweights, or do you feel you just want to fight for one big, major, mega dollar heavyweight?
One mega dollar heavyweight. It's me and Mike Tyson. That's all I want. After Mike Tyson, I'm done.
But
So if
Tyson-
you don't get Tyson, you're not going to fight again?
If I don't get Tyson, I'm done.
Contrary to Roy's prior statements, the pound-for-pound king's next move saw him strip all the gained muscle mass as fast as he put it on, venturing back down to light heavyweight to settle the score
they're
with
gone.
his old foe,
Man,
Antonio
that
Tarver.
sucks.
But when Antonio Tarver became his mandatory, he made every
well.
excuse in the world.
He didn't beat nobody to get ranked in the top 10. He didn't beat nobody to beat number one contender.
Now, I can go on and on about the dead man he fought, but he claimed when I was number one, I wasn't worthy.
Tarver, as we mentioned earlier, was cleaning up Roy's leftovers at the 175-pound limit. And during Jones' hiatus from the division, Tarver picked up 2 of his vacated titles.
Jones says Tarver's whole career is about trying to be like me.
Despite both men being age 34 at the time, Tarver didn't turn professional until he was in his 30s and looked the fresher for it during the course of the
That
fight.
can make a difference.
Oh.
Look at Tarver banging
Oh,
him
he's
over
got him in the corner.
and
Oh,
hitting
no.
him again, this time coming around the guard.
Jones looked a shadow of his former self, allowing Tarver to boss him around the ring and open up
no.
flurries on the ropes. Jones had little answer to Tarver's aggression, yet the former champ showed glimpses of his old self at spurts, which, to the bemusement of the crowd, was just enough to earn a widely contested majority decision.
Don't let your eyes fool you.
Tarver.
Don't listen to these commentators. You saw it for yourself. Antonio Tarver beat the man tonight, so that makes me the man.
Even with the win secured on the resume, Roy's status as the pound-for-pound king of all weights started to dwindle, with many fans now hailing the rising star Floyd Mayweather Jr. as the flag-bearer of boxing.
Tail of the tape now for Roy Jones and Antonio Tarver the second time around.
Jones looked to set the record straight in a rematch with Tarver 6 months later. Roy entered the ring a 4-1 betting favorite, with the only man genuinely believing Tarver would win being Tarver himself.
I got a question. You got any excuses tonight, Roy? Let's not ask questions like that. Let's touch gloves and go to work.
Tonight, Roy. Emmanuel, you seen that before?
I love it. No, I've never saw it, but I would
Talking
like to see
shit.
it more often. And
Right in the
until
mic.
time that Roy would
Oi.
actually go to the ropes. A lot of the first fight was this way, until Jones would go to the ropes and say, come on and throw your punches, Antonio.
And there were boos in the house during the first fight from time to time.
The opening round was scored to Jones by all 3 judges, yet a couple of minutes later, it became irrelevant.
With a hard right hand to the body as round one comes to a close. To Alton Murkerson, Jones nearly craned his head all the way out between the ropes.
He seems to still be giving Roy problems. Roy has not found a way still to get a sustained attack against him.
Oh no! Off the right hand, return with a. Oh no! Oh. Oh no! Yeah, that was a fucking clean counter, though.
Tarver earned the Ring Magazine's Knockout of the Year as an electrifying left hand jerked Jones's head violently and sent him crashing to the canvas.
Bro, they both went for the same shot. It's just his was way fucking stronger. He caught him with the right, went for the left. This guy came with a big bomb left.
Still to get a sustained attack against him.
God. Oi. That was a big one. That was a big one. Holy.
Tarver earned the Ring Magazine's Knockout of the Year as an electrifying left hand jerked Jones's head violently and sent him crashing to the canvas. In doing so, he took not only Jones' belts, but his fighting spirit and self-confidence as well.
Because for so long, people say I couldn't, people say I wouldn't, but I never gave up on my dream. I never gave up on myself. I knew that Antonio Tarver was the best fighter in the whole wide world. Pound for pound, baby. Pound for pound.
Roy Jones Jr. was never the same again.
No. Usually how it goes, though. Wait. Wait, did he hit himself? Did he pull a Fury? Oh, no, he. It kind of looked like he hit his temple.
Roy was an aging fighter. There's no denying that. Yet that sudden drop down in weight from heavy to light heavy played a significant role in his decline as a pugilist.
Precisely the start that Roy expected to have. But now
Bro, no, again.
Roy relied heavily on his natural speed and fast-twitch muscle fibers to beat down his opponents. Once he dropped all the weight, those inherent advantages were gone overnight.
I knew it was going to be a tough situation because I had to sweat 25 pounds. That was a hard 25 pounds sweat. I had the hardest time my whole career just trying to make the weight. That was very, very difficult for me.
He's draining.
Editing back this piece and watching Roy go to work at heavyweight made me shake my head and wonder, what if? What if Roy Jones stayed at 200 plus pounds?
Roy got, pretty good power. So going up to the heavyweight division,
Man was having
guys,
success.
It's more like stinging instead of knockout power.
Roy's got a lot of speed, but there's this saying, you can run, but you can't hide.
It's no secret that I'm a big fan of Jones, and perhaps my comments on this matter are slightly biased, but I believe Jones' skill, even at this testing time of his career, would have served him well against the top heavyweights of that era. Here's a list of his active peers during the
shirt's
period.
back, holy moly. Brother, what the Bro, there's names up there? What are the names on there? I don't even... Okay.
During the period.
Right. Cool.
Vitaly Klitschko, outside of an inactive Lennox Lewis, was by far the cream of the crop in 2004. I think Jones would have struggled to break down a fighter of his stature and composure. Yet, the vast gap in speed would have made for an intriguing matchup. I'd give Jones a 30% chance of victory.
30%? Lewis or Bird?
There's a left hand, and that's got Galata in trouble. And Galata bouncing back another left hand from Bird.
Chris Bird, a
Got him
former
on the
super
ropes, but
middleweight
he's
fighter
still just-
himself, was a tricky, skillful fighter during this time, but weighed roughly the same as Jones and didn't pack the power that Pensacolian did. An unpopular opinion, but I have Jones as a 65% favorite.
Damn. Those are good odds.
John Ruiz was ranked at number 3, and we've already seen Jones deal with him emphatically.
True.
James Toney, new to the heavyweights himself, had a more organic transition to the division,
That's
yet
a
Jones
big
had
boy,
already
holy
beat him
fuck.
at his best, where after Toney struggled
Googly.
with fighters Roy had already wiped
I
out
ain't
with
trying to
ease.
meet up with that guy at
Not
the
a
bar.
foregone conclusion,
Or
but a
after the
75%
bar.
chance is
Hell no.
conservative in my view.
Googly.
Outside of the ranked competitors, both Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield were genuine options for Jones and were the closest fights to being made before he moved back down.
And here's the undisputed truth of us at ringside, the three of us, and Iron Mike Tyson right here in the middle.
Both guys were fated champs, yet I feel Jones
Wait.
could have beaten Holyfield as Ruiz did shortly before, with Mike Tyson posing a more serious threat with his power still notable from ringside.
Bro,
Ruiz
holy shit. Did you hear that, man? Holy shit. God, fucking got the demon. Straight jumped out of him.
from ringside.
Holy.
Ruiz was able to get to
Okay,
Jones
now.
on the odd occasion, and if that was Iron Mike landing on the inside, it could have spelled disaster. A 60-40 chance is a fair conclusion.
It's me and Mike Tyson. That's all I want. After Mike Tyson, I'm done.
I suppose that hypothetical
Yeah, that would've been
questions mean
interesting.
very little in retrospect. Jones didn't continue at heavyweight. He moved back down and lost 8 more fights before finally calling it a day in 2018. I've been editing boxing videos for many years now, and have broken down full careers of the greatest fighters that ever stepped in the ring. Yet that pre-weight trained Jones ranks as the very best I've worked with personally. Whether the video is centered around his prime or downfall as a fighter, it's always a pleasure to cover his career. Until next time, fight fans, this is BLTV Extra, signing off.
Well, that's interesting. Roy Jones. I think that's like the first time I've really seen most of his highlights. Interesting. Man had speed, power. Looking crazy. And then he got caught. Happens to the best of them, though. Crazy.